We're live.
Sweet.
And we're back.
Yeah, 5280 Sports, guys.
Coming at you.
We're back at it.
Back in the crib.
You know what? Let's successfully knock out 4 weeks.
In a row?
Yeah.
From now till Christmas.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. I'll be here.
I know.
Yeah.
Now both our phones are working.
Yeah. Got your phone, iPhone 8, love it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yay.
What's been going on since we've been out of here? Oh, Broncos.
Fell apart.
Yeah. So that's going down.
Yeah, I think it was before the Giants game last time we talked. And we did our schedule.
And I was like, oh, you know they're going to get the Giants. And they're gonna,
we drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. It was poisonous.
I believe in Trevor Siemian. I do not believe in Trevor Siemian anymore.
Yeah,
This Broncos QB situation is just a disaster.
Chad Kelly next year. 2018, Chad Kelly.
I'm kind of hoping Teddy Bridgewater, 2018, Denver Broncos.
Teddy Bridgewater?
Grinding them out.
So
yeah,
you're,
I like Teddy.
You're into the Minnesota fiasco?
What's a fiasco?
Well,
they're a top team in the NFC.
Yeah,
How can that be a fiasco?
Hold on. I'm talking about the quarterback situation. Like, it looks like they've got these star-studded quarterbacks, but you got to think about their offensive line they've worked on.
I don't know yet. I think star-studded is a little whoa.
Whoa, hey, you're saying Minnesota. You got Kirk Cousins out there in
are playing really well.
Drew Brees,
wow.
And you're going to have Eli Manning.
Hold on. Drew Brees, who knows?
I'm just saying.
Franchise tag done. Cousins could still get a franchise tag.
Yeah? Well, guess what? Eli's on the market. Bring over baby bro!
But he's got...
I'm marketing 2018, Eli Manning, Chad Kelly, 2019. Just changed it right now. You heard it here first.
But you...
And you can get Eli for cheap. Elite quarterback for cheap. He's not going to be worth 20 mil.
No, but it'll still be good. 18.
No, I'll say 12.
No way.
Yeah.
You won't play for 12. Plus, what makes you think you... Shh. I got some kittens this month. They're pretty cute.
Big Bro's got a big influence, though.
Sure, I was thinking he might like to be around. Peyton had twins. I don't remember if they're boy, girl, boy.
What?
But Peyton...
Like recently?
I think his last year.
Oh.
Yeah, they've been trying to have kids for a long time, and it wasn't up until the last year.
All right.
Yeah, which kind of makes that little HGH article a little more interesting. But we won't get into that. Congratulations on the kids, Peyton. But yeah, be around the niece and nephew and everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Kind of good reason to come here. But, do you know what's going on in Jacksonville?
I know they're dominating.
Yeah, and you know who their GM is?
He's a guy, isn't he a guy that's out of, I don't know his name, but isn't he like out of the Middle East? Or is from?
Owner. Shaka Khan?
Oh, yeah.
He's the owner.
What did you ask me?
GM.
Oh, no, I don't know who their GM is.
Tom Coughlin.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. My bad.
I think he likes Eli a lot.
Okay.
And if someone's going to pay up $20 million with no state income tax?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Eli to Jacksonville. Of course, what the owner's doing there right now, will he fire the GM and the coach? Eli might not be going anywhere. He might be retiring Giant. He's starting this week.
I know he's starting.
Yeah, he might be staying.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, but
do we really want Eli, though? He's kind of pouty.
Oh,
kind of a weenie.
He's the lead quarterback. That's all I gotta say.
Bridgewater's a fighter, though. Remember that Broncos?
When's the last time he fought or played? 2 seasons ago?
It's about 2 seasons.
Yeah. And is he 100%? Oh no, he was practicing.
Yeah, he could play right now. He came back like week 6.
Well, I wouldn't mind Teddy being over here, but John always is.
Or what do you think about Keenan, whatever his Case. Case
Keenum. I think that he's. I just think that he's fit that system.
Me too. And he should stay.
Like I feel like Teddy Bridgewater, I feel like he's been out of the system, so going to another team is potential.
Mm-hmm.
And based on his skills, you could kind of go with that. With Case Keenum, he came from Houston, he had a terrible, career in Houston.
I didn't think he ever really got a shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So then he got, bumped out, and then he came over to Minnesota, and started doing well.
Did he play somewhere? I think he played on another team or two before that.
Before he got to...
Yeah. Oh, I think he was in Kansas City. He was with Andy Reid for a minute. Yeah. He might have been a Ram also.
Okay, no, I think he was a Ram. Yeah. And then he came over.
Oh, maybe he was in St.
I think
Louis,
it was Texas.
So
I think it was Texas, and then Rams, and then I don't think he was with KC.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to think, like, I know that he had started. He was kind of like in that backup role and then a starter role type of thing. And with both of his teams. So with the Texans, he was in that kind of role, and then.
Yeah, he was third string. Like TJ Yates was starting over him and stuff. Yeah.
So I don't know. I would be cool with Teddy Bridgewater, but Chad Kelly, 2018. You heard it here first.
He's going to make it interesting. Yeah, I think he's going to fight his way into people talking about him.
I'm okay with it.
And he's a fighter. He's gotten into a few fights already.
I like
brother's high school football game got into a fight on the field. Yeah, I like him.
So here's my issue. When they lost to the Giants, I was looking at it and I was like, the offense coordinator needs to go. Immediately then I was
wow, you thought that all the way back then.
Because I was looking at the percentages from last year, and Trevor Simeon's percentage pass to run ratio, as far as like the Broncos organization under Trevor Simeon, it was the same. The numbers were the same this year. So, which told me that the offensive line or the offensive coordinator didn't necessarily know. He was throwing too many complicated like schemes at them or something. Because how can you have the same percentage? I think when I was looking at it, it was like 53 to 46. It seemed like somewhere around there.
Okay.
So how could you have? And maybe the decimal or maybe the numbers were off like by a digit. Yeah. But other than that, like how could you have the same consistent numbers under, two different offensive coordinators, meaning that they're running the same play amount, the same plays are basically getting thrown.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like his plays were complicated. And then I was super disappointed that they went away from the run.
Yeah, and I didn't like the flow of his play calls. It seemed like it was a little herky-jerky and like not really setting things up that well.
Yeah.
But then I also noticed in a lot of these games, it's like Trevor Simeon, air throw to absolutely no one who was wide open.
Right.
And then throw it and drill it and guys drop the ball.
So
it's almost like the receivers are like, it's not like he's going to hit me anyways. And they're like, oh, it's here. Drop.
Right, but don't you think that also kind of falls on the offensive coordinator as well? Because to me, if he's overthrowing receivers, then that means either A, the receiver wasn't doing the route correctly, and Trevor Simeon is not Tom Brady or Peyton. He's not going to rip into his receivers. He's going to go,
he's kind of
attaboy, I'll get back at it.
Yeah. I'm starting to question if he could even be a good backup. I thought he'd be a great backup. 2 to 4 games he could survive and do well, but then after that, it's done.
Nah, he'd be a good backup.
But was it the Giants game where he overthrew that ball to Jano?
Yeah.
Beautiful play. It was they had him duped. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Jano even turned and looked and didn't even know where the thing was. It went over my head. Couldn't even see it. The dude's so short.
We had 22 Janos.
It would be a championship team.
We'd be alright.
Which I still don't understand why they're not playing Is it? No.
No, dude.
Henderson. Carlos Henderson.
Okay.
The rookie. Why? Yeah. He was great in training camp. Put him in.
Bruh, what about Walker? DeMarcus Walker.
Who's that?
He's the defensive end that they picked up in the draft.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's going on there?
Isn't he doing all right, or is he not playing?
He's not playing. The thing that I heard through reports was that something happened during special teams, or he didn't want to perform special teams, or something like that, and so they just didn't even roster him. And it's like, he's a defensive end, and I think they're trying to push him to be linebacker maybe, but that's not his role.
Yeah.
You're not going to see his talent on special teams.
Oh, but we need people. Special teams hurt.
That's
we need
fine.
Playmakers on special teams.
That's fine. But the thing is like I said, I don't necessarily know if it's...
I don't know. Who cares about this guy's not playing? What about Cody Latimer? Do you think they're going to pay up for him in the offseason?
No.
You think Latimer's gone?
Probably.
That's bad. I think he's if he's not a special teams captain, he should be.
No, he's not.
Because you see, he's always the one down there leading the way on the tackles on everything.
Yeah.
And that's crucial.
What about
And he's looking better as a receiver.
you think that? Oh, so here we go. So
No.
like I said, I Giants game. I was like, offensive coordinator. He's got to go.
Yeah.
Something's got to change. And then, tallying, then all this stuff that's happened over the last few weeks with the Paxton, the Brock, and just nobody's really
I still
grabbing
think
it.
Brock, I thought he looked good.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
especially with, at this point in the Broncos organization, they need to just start playing these developmental players and see who they're going to keep in the offseason, who they can get.
That's what they've been talking about. Do you think Vance is kind of coaching for his job?
That would be silly. And then again, so this
But
is
then
the,
he
this is
won't
the ladder.
try. He won't
This is the
play those
ladder
players.
effect. I know, this is the ladder effect. So like I said, OC, I was like, he's garbage. He's got to go. And then as I'm seeing this stuff, and then the way they fired the OC was so silly to me. It was like, why would you get rid of him? Like, why would you get rid of him? What game was it? Was it after the Bengals game or before the Bengals game? It was right in that era, that week there.
After the Bengals.
It just didn't make any sense. I think it was week.
Well, they were going to Lynch. And
Right,
they thought
but
the
it just
other
didn't make
guy
any
could,
sense, though.
They thought the other guy could give him a better offense.
Well, either way, I would have fired him before.
Moose,
that
Musgrave
game.
there.
Yeah.
Moose.
Billy.
Musgrave, yeah. They call him Moose.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he might have been in Buffalo. Or no, he was he's an old Bronco.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, because he did so well with Carr, transitioning him over from college to the pros, they wanted him for Lynch.
I see.
And Lynch didn't even make it a full game.
We got hurt.
Yeah, he didn't even make it a full game.
He got hurt, though. It's not
He
necessarily.
did, yeah.
It's not that he didn't make it a full game. He got hurt.
Did he make it a full game?
I don't. The way you're using the context, I don't like the way you're
It's
using the
just
context.
disappointing. I wanted to see him for 6 games.
Right.
And now
he
we
got
still
hurt.
don't know about
And
the
he got
freaking guy.
hurt, though.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they
High ankle
pulled him.
sprain.
They pulled him in the middle of the game because he threw like 2 interceptions.
No,
They're
now,
like, oh, you're injured.
and
so
now we
we're
think
gonna
we
put
should
somebody
never hired Chad Kelly because he could be in there gunslinging it.
else. Let's
Oh,
pump
yeah.
the brakes. I don't want to tarnish that. Okay? There's no reason to even do that.
And that's one thing that makes me wonder if Vance is coaching for his job or not. Because if you wanted to win,
Well,
I think you have to put Brock in.
Derek Carr got put on IR. So
Last year?
no, he's on IR right now. Or Derek Wolf, not Carr. Sorry,
Oh,
Derek
Wolf, yeah.
Derek Wolf got put on IR
Yeah.
yesterday.
That's bad.
So
Did you hear the interview with him on the fan?
yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of it.
It was pretty good. It's a bad injury he's got.
Yeah. So, like I said, going down there, and then I was just seeing the way that they were running these quarterbacks, and then it just looked like there's no personality to the team right now. So then it made me dig deeper. And I know a lot of people are just jumping around on here like, oh, Elway needs to get out. This is the way I look at it. Elway does not need to get out because we would not be in the situation that we're in we wouldn't be in the situation that we are right now. But at the same time, we also wouldn't have got the Super Bowl that we got, nor Peyton Manning,
2 Super
any of
Bowls.
those things.
Only one win, but we've been to 2 in 5 years.
Right.
That's
So-
a pretty good record.
My thing is that I think that John Elway needs to take a step back. He needs to be the president of the organization. Let a GM come in, do what GMs do, and I think that he should, I think that the communication there should still be there because I know a lot of reports have came out saying that, oh, John's made all the picks, and then the other thing came out saying Pat Bowlen lets his coaches do all the draft picks and stuff like that. So we're not in the war room
Pat
with them and
Bowlen's
stuff
out.
like that.
He's been out
No,
of
I
this,
understand that. I understand that. But I'm saying if they're still, so that's the thing. Pat Bowlen's out of it, but it's all this kind of rumor speculation type of stuff now. because it was like, this is how Pat Bowlen did it. But with John Elway, he should be the one. So, kind of the way I see it is it's like, he should take a step back, be president, bring a GM in. They should probably most likely have a war room and discuss things. Have the coach possibly throw their couple players on the board. And then I think that between the GM and John, they should be able to narrow it down, and John should be the one to final say the pick.
Yeah.
But
I think John's doing just fine.
dude, I don't know.
Just keep John Elway. Just keep doing what you're doing.
So you would prefer him to play 2 positions in the Broncos organization and continue to spend cheap money for, like, basically buy poor players at a moderate price.
Like who? Yes,
so
it's kind of good.
How,
I think he's doing a little bit of the bad part with the contracts.
dude, the only thing that they've actually
who don't you like?
Who don't I like?
Yeah.
Well, any of his picks that he's made as far as quarterbacks go, I'm not a fan of.
You don't like Brock, Simeon, or Lynch?
No, I don't
Those
like
are the only
any of them.
3.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Okay.
And I think that
or you don't like Kelly either.
Well, I don't know yet.
Okay. Well, you threw him in there.
I know, I did.
Yeah, okay.
Because as of right now,
Because those are the 4.
His picks are terrible as of right now.
Because, he didn't pick either of the other 2 guys.
All 4 of those guys are under LA's
I think those are the
era.
only 4 he's picked.
Yeah. So, with that being said, like I said, I'm a fan of Chad Kelly because I've kind of heard his interviews and stuff like that. I think he's going to be a stud.
Yeah.
But, here we go. Perfect example. Kyle Sloter.
He wasn't a pick.
Either way.
And he's not even dressing.
They let him go, though.
He's not dressing in Minnesota. And he kind of chose to go.
Yeah.
I think they offered him more like $5,000 more a week.
Yeah, to be on the practice squad, though.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's not dressing there either. They don't think he's good enough to dress.
Well.
He hasn't dressed there.
Well, either way, so maybe that's a system thing. But he outbeat, numbers wise, he outbeat all of the starting quarterbacks and the
against the 3rd team.
No,
he didn't get second or first team reps.
In the 4th game?
He was playing against 3rd team. Yes.
I have to look at that.
Yeah, he was playing against the scrubs who are like him and not even dressing. Which NFL guys who are on the NFL rosters and are scrubs are still really good athletes.
I think you have it backwards.
No.
The 4th game is when you get your star studs out there, and they play like 4 quarters.
No, that's 3rd game.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3rd and 4th game. Those are the ones.
No.
The 1st
4th
and
game.
2nd.
Brady doesn't even set foot on the field on the 4th game. Gronk doesn't set foot on the field.
We're talking about
especially
Patriots.
no.
Whoa. We're talking about the Patriots, and that's a whole different system.
No, especially this year, because you know how there used to be multiple cut down days.
Yeah.
They went to 1 this year.
Right. It was
so they had all
game,
those
right?
extra dudes. It was after the last game.
Oh, okay.
So they had all those extra dudes on their roster to play. So all their guys that they're going to make the team don't even set foot on the field.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how all
So
of the
that's who
games
Floater.
should be.
No, Floater. I don't even know if he really played.
Huh?
Because it was Lynch. I think Lynch took almost that whole game.
No, he had a starting game. It was like the 4th game. He started the whole game basically. 'Cause Lynch, dude, Lynch was hurt.
Oh, you're right. So yeah, you're right. I forgot. My bad, everybody. Lynch was down.
No, so where was it going? Yeah.
But you don't like Shane Ray?
Shane Ray. He's when he's on the field, he's on.
Yeah. He broke his wrist to start the season.
Right, and wasn't he injured when they drafted him too, with like a knee or something? So he's kind of got some injury stuff. He's got some injury things. But dude's a stud. He's got some. He's got
what about
high
Roby?
percentage. I think he's adapting to the position well, but dude, he's the corner that gets picked on.
Well, who are you going to throw at? Roby, Harris Jr., or Talib?
I'm going to throw to Roby because
there's a reason he gets picked on.
He's the weaker of them.
Because the other 2 are all pros.
Right.
So yeah, they're going to go after him with everything they got.
Like I said, I would prefer to probably have T.J. Ward.
But this is only his. Oh, Ward can't guard anybody. He can't cover.
What are you talking about?
Ward's a safety. Roby's a corner.
My bad.
Ward would not be on a receiver. Ward can't cover a tight end.
So who did Roby replace then?
Nobody.
He got the starting role?
Well, That's the
Like, who was the guy
that's
there?
the funny. God, I want to say Gay, but it wasn't Gay. Webster.
Oh, that's right. And they let him go because they didn't want to pay him.
Because someone else wanted to pay him more.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I'm talking about. They don't want to pay the money out. I'm not necessarily talking about the draft.
They had Roby.
I'm not
drafted
necessarily
Roby
talking about the draft, though. I'm talking about the money that they're pitching.
They drafted Roby to make sure they didn't have to pay Webster. Because he's not that good. He's good, but he's not that good. And they have now Roby's getting more training because they want him to replace Talib.
Here's a question. Broncos defense 2017 compared to Broncos defense 2016. Rating wise, from 2016, what would you defense out of all 32 teams defensively, what would you rate them 2016?
They were top 5?
All right.
Maybe no, they were 1, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were. I'll say top 5.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going based off of your personal.
Okay.
Like, you know.
And this year?
Yeah, and this year, what do you think?
They're still top 10.
Come on.
The offense isn't doing enough to help them. It's putting them in a lot of bad situations, keeping them on the field longer. Like when they're with Manning and they can play with a lead, they get to do completely different things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They know the team's got to throw.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about Roby. The reason he's not really a starter is because the dime defense where they have the 3 corners out there,
yeah,
which they need to be in more than half the time, and he's on the field. But they start in a base defense where it's only 2 corners. So he's not really a starter, but he plays more than half the game.
Right.
So that's the weird thing about starter or not starter.
All I'm saying is that
he sees the field a lot.
I'm just saying that if they would pitch money out
this year, they can stop the run a lot better than they ever have.
I would agree.
Yeah. Which means teams are going to throw more, so the secondaries, they're going to get more passing yards against them.
No, I agree with that. But like
and his offense has been so pathetic, I would give up also. And just say, fuck this, score if you want it.
Easy.
I'm going home.
Easy.
Yeah.
You get a little boiled up there.
Oh, dude, it's awful. Like I think they had Cincinnati until CJ fumbled.
Don't even get me on him either.
But there's nothing wrong with CJ.
No,
I hope he's here next year.
There's nothing wrong with CJ.
Nah. I'm
talking. There's nothing wrong with any of it. We got stellar running backs.
I think that's a little bit of high praise,
bro.
But I am okay with all of them. I have no problem with the running back group. They're good.
Either way, I'm saying we've got great running backs.
Yeah.
And and the thing is that we have great running backs to where we don't even have to wear down the legs. We can swap them. We can run a 3-back system. No one's gotten hurt. Yeah, nobody's gotten hurt. We can run a 3-back system. And so, what the heck is going on over there? Now, mind you, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was trying to get at. The offensive line is garbage. And that's the reason why we can't get a stellar. That's why we can't see what Trevor can perform. That's why we can't see what Brock can perform.
No, we've seen what Trevor can do.
Okay. I'm switching you. Trevor Simeon's he's behind the Dallas offensive line.
He's still going to get figured out after a few games, and you're going to lose. Once teams get tape on him, he's done. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Yeah, like it takes 4 games to get tendencies.
Have you listened
then he's done.
Have you listened to some of the stuff that the defensive players have said about the Cowboys offensive line?
Yeah, they're about the best.
Yeah, it's hard to penetrate that line, O-line.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's even linebackers that are like, I've got Dak Prescott in my sight, and then there's this dude just got me.
Yeah.
So,
which that's made Dak so great, and Zeke.
I agree.
Well, even look at Morris. It don't matter. They got running backs for days.
So I'm saying.
But remember how good Morris was with RG3. So Morris is legit.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that if you put Trevor behind that offensive line, he is not.
Maybe
he's
500.
Okay. Either way, his stats will go up. That's what I'm saying.
He was 9-7 last year.
Again, I'm putting that on the offensive coordinator. I'm not putting that on Trevor Siemian.
I think the offense was a little. Yeah, I just don't understand. The Broncos don't put people in places to succeed.
Right.
And with the offensive line, I think we are good at the offensive line right now. I am happy where we are. Because we're going to lose out, and we're going to take the best tackle.
Oh, okay. You're talking
in the
about
offensive line.
You're
Because
talking about the offensive line
right
because
now,
you're looking
we got 3 out of 5
positions.
positions set.
Yeah.
Bowles, Paradis,
Which I'm not happy
and
with.
Leary. They're all legit.
I'm not happy with Bowles at all.
The penalties?
Dude, come on.
He's a rookie left tackle, and he's out there on his own.
He's 46
They're not
years
giving
old.
him help.
He's 46 years old.
That-
Okay.
I like
okay.
that part.
All right. They're not giving him help. You said it. They're not giving him help.
They didn't give the left tackle last year help either. There's
know.
been a tendency with the Broncos. I don't fucking get it. Why don't they put people somewhere to succeed?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
That's
Like spend
something
the money.
in the organization.
So yeah. So that's either a
No,
coaching thing.
you draft him.
Huh?
I don't.
No. I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you're talking
What money
about
do you want to
helping.
spend?
You're talking about helping. So what do you mean by that? Are you talking about coaching wise?
Have
Are you talking
Virgil
about...
chip the dude on left.
Okay, there you go.
Have
So you're talking about
Ooh,
getting help. You're getting
have
help
your
from.
Jano come out and run him over,
So you're talking about getting assisted from another player.
or have set up plays that help him out.
So what do you? So where do you say?
Both, either or.
So that's a coaching thing then.
Yes. And
Okay.
it's been going on for
So
years.
they would need to invest in an offensive line offensive line
Coach.
coach.
They did that this year, and I wonder if he just hasn't had time yet. They got the offensive line coach from Oregon, I believe. They kind of did that late in the at training camps. So I thought this line was going to be a lot better with him around. I'm wondering what's going on. Hopefully next year it'll be better with him.
I think it might be a player thing, dude. If you're saying that they just got a new offensive line coach,
But that
that could
was
be a player thing because, like the way people talk about Jimmy Graham not blocking, maybe you don't have the right guy, the right person to help out in that situation because you're
well, that's
thinking of
because
them
Jimmy
as a
Graham's
weapon.
soft.
No. I understand that.
Seattle used to call him soft all the time until he was on the team.
But what I'm saying is that you have Jimmy Graham.
Soft.
He's put himself in a role. He wants to be a weapon player, and we've seen that when he went to Seattle. When he went to Seattle, he was doing nothing because he wasn't blocking. I think that was when Russell Wilson got hurt. Was that season pretty bad?
Yeah.
So he's not. Now they're using him like he wants
things
to
have
be
come
used.
together, yeah.
Like he wants to be used. So with the tight end, maybe that's what's going on. Is that they're not having a Shannon Sharp, or they're not having a Gronk. Somebody can throw a block, and you can also use.
But Virgil
the
can throw a block. Trailer can throw a block. I like this Trailer kid, by the way. Keep an eye on. Hopefully he'll be around. They can both throw blocks. Jano can throw a block. CJ can throw a block. They can block. They're just not doing it. And Garrett Bowles, he has holding problems. They've come up in key situations.
Okay,
But he's got the right attitude, and he's pretty good. He's, for a rookie left tackle, and he only played 1 year of D1 football. Only 1 year. He hasn't played much football in his life.
Okay.
So he's really doing all right.
Well, here's the thing. The way that you just broke that down.
What are you doing up there? No.
Uh-oh. No, it looks like he got drunk. Or hurt.
Yeah. She likes climbing on places she's not supposed
She
to
wanted some of that Sammy patty.
But I think, yeah, right? They already had a bag of that today. I think this is the way it needs to go. Draft the best tackle available. I don't know about him, the guy from Notre Dame or the guy from Texas. I like the idea of a left tackle from Notre Dame. Really smart.
Okay.
You have to have a 3.2 grade point average to play there. Everywhere else is 2.0. So you got to be smart. And then he plays 1 year at right, then moves to left. Bull moves to right.
Okay.
After that. So the guy can get 1 year acclimated, 1 year bigger.
Okay.
That's where Bulls comes in. It's kind of advantage having a full grown man instead of having a kid that has to get bigger to play the position. Because even Nate Solner, who's going to be a free agent this year,
Yeah, he
and
probably
might want to come back to Colorado.
Well, I don't know about that,
Yeah.
dude. He might leave the game.
Yeah, he's having a lot of problems, but being home might help.